Good day, ladies and gentlemen. John O'Keefe here, Mr. O to many of you. I am here to answer the question, what's an accelerated reader test? And why do I even care? That is what we are up to. An accelerated reader test is an opportunity for you, your parents, and Ms. Bishop and myself to be following how your independent reading, as well as we finish books within the classroom, how you're doing on comprehending those topics. One of the things that I want to make sure you understand is that you have to have two things taken care of before you take an AR test. One, you want to be super mindful of the fact that you need to have completed a book. Hopefully that book is in your zone. If it is in your zone and you read it carefully and you completed it, that is where an AR test comes in very handy. If you don't read it, or you don't choose to pay attention while you're reading, you're not going to do very well on your accelerated reader. So what I want to share with you is that you need to get yourself to the City Schools of Decatur FAVE Library or Media Center site. You can use this address up here if you would like to pause the video and record it so that you can take this step by step. Once you are at the Media Center page, you want to scroll down past the Flybrary, through the Read section, and into the Accelerated Reader section. If you are trying to find out whether or not a book is on your level or in your zone, you can use the AR Book Finder, but that isn't going to lead you to the test. What you want is you want to choose Accelerated Reader. You are a student. I'm going to use my man Bryce because I already have him in. You are going to use your first name and your last name without a space in it for your username. Your password is your lunch number. Once you have those things in correctly, you log in. Now, there are a couple things that I want you to be mindful of. There are three choices when you first get to the dashboard. You, of course, want to be an accelerated reader. I think that's why they made it orange. Now that you are in accelerated reader, you are now going to probably need your book close by. So what I want to make sure of is that when you get, I'll show you this in just a moment. Sorry. Once you get to the front page, which is what you are seeing here, I want you to be able to make sure that you write the title of the book down. Now, this is where things can get a little confusing. If you are reading a book that doesn't have a series connected to it, all you want to do is write the title of the book and maybe the author's last name. That will get you there quickly. If you happen to be reading a series, something like Percy Jackson's, that's what I'm going to use. You can't write in Percy Jackson, probably won't come up. So what you want to do is use the actual title of that book that you are reading. So for instance, if I have The Lightning Thief, I'm going to recognize that that comes up. If all I write is Percy Jackson, it might not come up. Now, it's spinning right now, but what I want you to understand is as we talked before, sometimes the cover is different than the one that you have in front of you. Just make sure that the title is correct and that you have the correct author. Sometimes that kind of plays in, but that's really what you need to worry about. This is the book because it's level 4 and 7/10, which is 4th grade, 7th month. And then if I do well, I'm going to get 13 points. Now, points are something that you can find really important. What I and Miss Bishop are really concerned about is making sure that you know the level that you should be in, because we're going to be looking for tests taken in your zone. Now, if we read something like Green Eggs and Ham in class, that's a level 1.5. We're doing that, and we will recognize that that will be a part of your book history. Once you get here, all you got to do is take your quiz. Now, remember to make sure that you read the questions carefully, make sure that you double check your answer, and then submit it. A longer book will probably have somewhere between 10 and 20 questions. A very short book will be probably about 5 questions. Now, that will be something we can talk about later, but plain and simple, this is how you take an AR test. Once you take the test, your score is recorded. And as you build more and more books into your AR history, then we get to see a really nice picture of the kind of reader you are, the quality of your reading, as well as what level you are averaging out at. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take an AR test if you have completed a book. Love you. Now get out of here.